Hey guys, there's no need for this. We can see you. We can see straight through you. Bloop. No, go again while I put it on record.
No, we're going. This is it. Intro.
Oh, it's already gone.
Yes, it's going.
Oh, so recorded?
Yes.
Yes. Change. Turn.
Oh, this is from the YouTube channel called Explore With Us, by the way.
What's up, Ewu crew? We're back with another
Ewu?
case that is just breaking news. The story itself isn't new. In fact, it occurred a few years ago and has stumped all investigations ever since. But there might have just been a huge development in the case, and we've got all the details here. Before we get started, if there are any stories you'd like to see us cover next, leave them in the comments below, and if we pick yours, we'll give you a shout out in the video.
Hey yo,
And
we out here
remember to hit the
booming.
like button if you're part of the Ewu crew. And if you're not part of the crew yet.
Why does he call him that?
Now, let's get into it. As true crime fans, we're sure that many of you are familiar with the Delphi murders.
Oh, I thought it
But
said
if you
Delphi.
are,
No, I'm not.
let's get into the background of the case before we explore the new developments. On Monday, February 13th, 2017, 13-year-old Abigail Abby J. Williams and 14-year-old Liberty Rose Lynn Libby German went for a hike near the abandoned Monon High Bridge
by
Trail in
themselves?
Delphi.
Why did they go by them?
They had been dropped off at 1:35 p.m. by Libby's older sister, Kelsey German. The
what?
trail was part of the historic trails in the remote woodland in Deer Creek Township.
Why?
But tragically
Why did
for the
they get
girls, the remote area wasn't
Unsupervised?
totally
They were in
deserted,
rage.
and so they weren't alone. Libby posted a photo she had taken of Abby as she was walking across the abandoned bridge. The picture was posted at 2:07, and this was the last that either girl
Does that look like a person way in the back over there?
Yep.
They were meant
That's
to
what I
meet
was gonna
Libby's
say.
father at 3:15, but they never showed up. Worried when there was no sign of the two young girls, both of the families conducted their own search of the area. They called the police around 5:30 to report both girls missing after their desperate search came up with nothing. Police quickly began a search of the woodland and bridge, but at
Doesn't
first
look
they
like
had
police to
no
me.
reason to suspect foul play.
That just looks like the neighborhood
In
watch.
fact, they even considered that the girls could have simply been exploring, or
Libby!
intentionally hiding from their families.
Redhead.
Why would they?
These theories were sadly very wrong. The two girls' bodies were found around noon the next day after they had vanished, on Valentine's Day. They were
Okay.
discovered a half-mile east of the Monon High Bridge. Police officials and prosecutors have remained tight-lipped about how exactly the girls were killed. To this day, years later, investigators have admitted that they withheld some of the details, including the exact manner of the death, in order to maintain the integrity of the case. Something many people wonder about is whether or not there was any DNA evidence found at the crime scene.
Well, clearly they would have
But
been.
just like the details about the girl's manner of death, none of the investigators have revealed if there was any DNA evidence found.
Well,
Despite the lack of
That-
details,
it's easy, 'cause if there
from the
wasn't, then you
police,
just say no.
it hasn't stopped
Meaning there
people
has
from
to be.
sharing their speculations about the case online.
Your
One
Honor,
of the
speculation.
most common rumors is that
Of
Libby's phone was moved after
thank fuck it wasn't open,
because
eh?
it allegedly moved off of a few different towers. Kelsey German, Libby's older sister, addressed this rumor and explained that the phone pinged, not because it was moved, but because the towers are actually close together. Another rumor, one that is much more damaging and upsetting for the family, is that the German family allegedly refused to take a lie detector test after the girls' deaths. Kelsey responded directly to this and said, "Absolutely no one refused a lie detector test. That is a very big misconception. We've been very open and given the police everything that we know."
Okay.
Kelsey ended up making a live-streamed video in order to address all of the rumors and dispel the ones that aren't true. She spent much of the live stream talking about the allegations that her grandfather, father, and even other members of her family have been involved in the girls' deaths. Kelsey
I don't
said
think
that
it's the
these rumors
parents
are
or
hurtful
anything.
and
Weird,
untrue,
yeah.
and that her father now doesn't make public statements out of fear that his words will be changed or twisted.
I think it was
A lot
like
of
an
the
external
details about
person
the case
that
haven't been
did it.
publicly released, which is really
It
what
can't
has
be
been
a
fueling
setup,
the many
'cause why
rumors
would you
mostly
set up
spread
two-
online.
But then it's a little
There are
bit weird
some
that
key
the
pieces
that
of
the
evidence
sister
that we
dropped
know
them
about the
off
case.
and let them walk into a
First,
forest
the FBI
alone.
released a description of the suspected killer, a man they say is white, who weighs between 180 and
It's a
200
white man, not a
pounds
black
and
man.
stands
That's why
between
they don't
5
care
feet
about the
6
case.
inches tall and 5 feet 8 inches tall.
That's why it's got swept under the
That's
rug.
literally like the
Described as
average
wearing
person in
blue
America.
Yeah, but it got swept under the rug.
Hoodie.
That's why they don't want to give out
Crime.
details. If it was black, on the other hand,
Second, there have been two
No,
cases.
no,
zero,
no.
zero times.
No, but the white people got
The
killed.
first was released on July
Yeah, but it's
17,
girls.
2017 by state
God.
police
That's why.
and completed
Shut the
by an
fuck
FBI sketch
up.
artist.
Don't do this.
If
As
it
you
was
can
a
see for
boy,
yourself,
no one
the first police
cares.
sketch shows an older man with a goatee wearing a cap.
How did they get
often called
this?
a flat cap.
No one was
How did
there.
they get the description? Yeah.
How did they get the description but not find the person who did it?
Yeah, that's someone's dad, you know.
Almost 2 years later, also by state police. This one shows a much younger man who is clean shaven in comparison to the first, and is believed to be between the ages of 18 and 40.
Fuck, that's a
but may
big
appear
age
younger than
range.
his
Yeah,
age.
I've never seen a 40-year-old look like
The
that.
second sketch may have been shown to the public in 2019, but according to the Indy Star, it was actually drawn in 2017, just a few days after the girls' bodies were found. This sketch is apparently based on a witness's testimony.
Oh, so there's a
and the
third
key
person.
piece of
How?
information,
Where?
the video that
See,
one
the
of
fact that
girls
there's a fucking
died
witness
the
is
day that
weird.
they died. Libby had managed to take a video of the man who police consider to be a suspect in the case. The footage was recovered from her
That
phone.
guy from the corner of the bridge.
At first, only a still from the video was shown to the public, which was grainy and pixelated.
Oh,
But clearly
bullshit!
shows a man
See?
walking on
It
the same
was!
bridge that Abby's picture was taken on. But after years without any leads,
Okay, how did they
the
get that
1-second
18-year-old
video was
motherfucker from
finally
that picture
released.
in the second one?
Dude, that guy
It
looks
like the guy from the first.
That guy looks middle-aged, man. He looks like he's in his 40s.
Our man must have
Made
a
a
midlife
statement
crisis.
that I completely
I'm about to have some 13-year-olds.
He said, "This young lady is a hero, there is no doubt. To have enough presence of mind to activate that video system on her cell phone, to record what we believe is criminal behavior that's about to occur."
How the fuck
On
do
the
you get a
very
hero
same
out of
day
that?
the full video came out, the
But
police
even if
also
it was
released
that
the
one
entire
guy,
audio evidence that they
unless he
had
has a
also collected.
gun, how's he
The
meant to
suspect
protect
can be
both
heard
of them?
talking to the
Until
two
both of
girls and
them.
saying, "Guys, down the hill." The guys part of the audio is
Because they never
much
said
clearer
how
than the
they
rest, but you
died.
can
They're
still
both
hear that the
13,
man has a
And they're
distinctive
really small and
voice.
fragile. He would easily have died. Look at it.
I've listened to this audio over
And
and
it got
over,
so fucking
and what
close.
really struck me is how familiar he sounds talking to these two girls. That isn't to say that he knew them necessarily, but he does sound like he is comfortable talking to two young girls he may have just met. Now remember this voice because we're going to come back to this important audio in a minute.
Okay.
The last piece of key evidence released in the case comes from Doug Carter, superintendent of the state police, who said that the
yes.
police have new information that suggests that the suspected killer is from Delphi and could still be living or working there, or at the very least is someone who frequently visits the area.
Well, now they're
One
not
of the
going to,
biggest
and now they're
hindrances
going
of
to
this
move because they
case
just
so
made this
far
video.
have been the lack of suspects. Over the years since the killings, there haven't been any arrests, though there has been a handful of persons of interest. But this all changed recently, and
Oh.
this is where the story gets really interesting. In order to get into the new information that is currently breaking about the Delphi murder case, we first have to start with another case, one that occurred very recently. On April 19th, 2021, a 9-year-old
nine-year-old
was
now.
lured into
What
a
the
stranger's house, who reportedly told her she could come in and pet his dogs.
Yo.
Once in the house, police have
I mean,
alleged
at
that
least
the
he
house
knows
owner,
that
a 42-year-old man,
the candy thing
James
doesn't work
Brian
anymore.
Chadwell II, took the
My
girl
mum,
into
my mum
his
told me to
basement
not
where
accept
it is
candy
claimed
from
that he
strangers.
That's why I'm kinda
Never said
worried.
anything about no dogs.
Kind of why I'm on the
About an
I'm
hour
about
after the
here
girl
for
disappeared,
wanting
she
children.
was reportedly rescued
If you,
by police.
then my child has a mentality of that
The affidavit
stupidity.
states
Hey,
that the
my
police
kid.
were going door to door
But he
trying
said
to
he had a
find
dog.
the
I
girl.
don't give a fuck.
Chadwell told
He
them
ain't going in the
that
house.
the girl had been at his residence earlier, but had left. When the police returned to check his residence, he allowed them into his basement, where the affidavit says that they found it secured with a chain lock, and that there they found a young girl who was visibly distraught and crying, with her clothing on the floor
That's
beside her.
fucked.
Chadwell was immediately arrested and charged with attempted murder, child
He kind of looks like that guy that
attempted
was
child
fucking following him.
kidnapping, criminal confinement, battery resulting in serious
He's
bodily
got,
injury,
yeah, that's
and
life imprisonment, I
strangulation.
think.
What is really important
Sorry, but he
to
died in
note is
prison
that
anyway.
Chadwell's house was about 15 to
When
20
the inmates
miles
find
from
out about the
Delphi.
Jeep molested a child.
Following his arrest, Carroll County Sheriff Toby Lyson
He sort of matches
spoke
it,
to
eh?
local news outlets
Little.
and said that they are now
It looks like
looking
the same
into it
hat, too.
in relation to the 2017 Delphi murders of Libby German and Abby
Yeah,
Williams.
but he's smaller than the other guy.
At first, there didn't seem to be a clear link between the recent case and the Delphi murders.
Yeah.
But Sheriff Lisenby has said that there are several factors which has brought the attention of the investigators who are looking into the Delphi case onto
yeah, Schroeder,
Chadwell.
that's you in one day.
Currently, though, any specific link between the two cases hasn't been publicly released. And because the police have shared so little about the details of the Delphi case, I'm doubtful that they will tell us anything until it is totally confirmed. This development was pretty shocking, as
He
there haven't
looks
been
like
many
the guy.
persons of interest in the Delphi case. But then, this story
He just
took
looks
another
old here.
dramatic turn.
Yeah.
And this is
Really
where it
old.
gets really weird.
Oh.
Chadwell's own brother came forward after he had been arrested and spoke candidly to Inside Edition. Ashley Chadwell said that his brother is, quote, absolutely capable of killing someone and should be locked up and never let loose again. It's pretty unusual to see family members speak publicly about
What the
one
fuck
another
is up
this
with
way,
those ear things, man?
especially after an arrest.
It's fucking
or
weird.
conviction.
Stretches.
But Ashley
Sexy
Chadwell
on a
went
female,
even
not a
further
man.
when he described his brother as a monster. Exactly. He's an absolute evil person.
Hooray!
He went on saying, do I think that he's capable of
I
that
see
kind
a
of crime?
ghost raggy.
Absolutely, absolutely. He's shown numerous times not only to his friends, but his family as well, that he has that kind of evil streak to him.
Even his thing
Another
is,
one of
you
Chadwell's
don't just
family
become
members
that
also
evil.
came
Something has to
forward,
happen.
his own
It's
stepfather,
always a trigger.
who agreed with Chadwell's brother. The stepfather said that, in his opinion, Chadwell could probably be capable of committing a crime, such as the Delphi murders. He also went even further and said that the police should lock him up in jail and throw away the key this time.
So
I
he's
was really
been to jail
confused
before.
about why the stepfather said, this time. So I looked into what he could be referring to. I found out that Chadwell is actually a convicted felon who has a very extensive criminal history.
What? Oh,
In Miami County,
America,
he was
that's why.
convicted of the
They
felony of
get given
criminal
parole.
recklessness with a deadly weapon. He also has been convicted of aggravated assault and stolen property in South Dakota in
see, us
2000,
Australians aren't that
and
dumb
of
to do
being a
stupid
felon
shit
in
like that.
possession of a firearm in 2001, along with many other convictions including resisting law enforcement, criminal trespass, and criminal mischief. Something eerie that one netizen pointed out is that Chadwell has some rather creepy tattoos, some that look like young girls' faces. Even creepier is the fact
That's
that girls'
fucking
faces look
weird.
like they are crying
Yeah, but that's
tears
a
of
dynamic.
blood.
That's a dynamic.
A few
possessed
people
bitch.
even speculated
Yeah.
that one of the faces looks a little similar to Libby German, though I think this might be a bit of a stretch, as the tattoo
It's
is a
just a
caricature.
fucking.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to do
Chadwell's
that.
name was released as
A
being
tattoo
looked
artist would
into in
never
connection
fucking do
with the
something to
Delphi
incriminate
murders.
someone.
A lot
Yeah.
of attention has
That's
been
why there's
brought
a
to his
fucking.
social media,
There's a fucking
specifically his
3-page
TikTok
fucking
account, which he
paragraph-
used
oh, not
frequently.
paragraph, but a fucking form
But if you want to
that
go
you have
look
to
him up,
sign
his
to
account has
showcase
since
that
been
you're not a
deleted.
criminal.
Have no fear, though.
Promote
Some
criminology
quick-thinking
and shit.
users recorded most of his TikToks, and they can now be found in compilations. After watching a lot of Chadwell's TikToks, there was one
God,
that
this
really stood
TikTok?
out to me,
What the fuck?
one that I found really weird. It was posted on April 18th, and in it, Chadwell talks directly to all you little kids out there. And I realized
Fucking
that in
weird.
quite a few of his TikToks, he seems to aim his comments to people who are much younger than him.
That's a bit.
But in this
But that's
really
the thing,
strange
TikTok's just a
video,
fucking
he
pedophile
has a
playground,
cut
no?
on the bridge
Oh
of his
yeah,
nose,
it's not what
which
it
he
used
points
to be.
out. But it's his message
It's not what
that I
it used to
found
be anymore.
chilling.
It's literally just a fucking.
Looking intensely into the camera, as he does in
it's a
almost all of
corrupt.
his
It's a
TikToks,
corrupt
he
fucking
says,
place to be in now.
If you want some,
Come
come
get some. Yo,
Quit preying on little people.
he's
a
preying on
comment
little
that is
people.
really unnerving given what he is later accused of doing.
Okay, police have seen that on his
Because
TikTok, and they haven't
Chadwell
done
has made
anything
so
about that.
many TikToks, we now have the opportunity
The thing
to
is,
do
police
something
watch
really
everyone's
interesting.
TikToks.
We can compare his voice to the audio evidence from the Delphi murders.
And it's exactly the same.
Here's the audio of the suspect saying, "Guys down the hill." Listen closely to the cadence of the suspect's voice.
Guys, down the hill. Guys, down the hill.
And here are pieces of some of Chadwell's TikToks.
All you people out there that are sharing your stories and inspiring the rest of us to keep trying and doing our best. I'm still going to support you guys. I'm still going to support you guys.
Guys,
It's
down the
him.
hill.
Because the audio clue from Libby's phone.
It
is only
sounds similar.
30
I can't
seconds
be.
long,
I can't be
it's
100%
hard to
sure.
make any kind of
It sounds similar though.
statement about whether
It's
or
a
not
bit
Chadwell's
staticky, but
voice
you can
sounds
just
similar.
hear it.
Other people
You know what? If
who
she had a
listened
better
to this
phone, then we
comparison
probably would have been able to
said
hear
that
it
the
better.
suspect in the clip sounds
Oh
older
no,
than
she has a
Chadwell,
shit phone.
while others
See,
think they
this
can
is
hear
why I
a
got you to
similar
upgrade.
Shut the fuck
Upgrade
up.
to
Shut
iPhone.
up.
So
Shut-
if this ever
no,
happens
no,
to you,
no,
you'd
no.
be able to tell me.
This would never
You
happen
hear
because
any
I'm black.
similarity
It would never reach.
I don't
this-
go through forests
it would-
alone.
And the audio
I'm black.
evidence from
I got
Libby's
told to
phone.
never go to haunted houses.
Chadwell looks
That
like
the white
either
people
the
say,
police
"Oh,
or
let's go
the
explore."
suspect.
We ain't exploring shit.
Let us
We
know
turning
your
away.
theories and
Don't
speculations
entertain that shit,
below
my bro.
the video.
What did you think?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool.
I still do.
I mean, hang on, let me rephrase. I don't think it's cool. I think it was a good video that explained a bunch. No.
What the fuck?
Isn't
I don't
it?
see the red flags.
I mean, no. I don't even think you have to be fucking. I think you just have to have zero common sense to
They
realize that.
didn't have common
No,
sense.
they didn't have any common sense.
They're just like, let's film this man.
That's about do it for this video. We'll see you later. Look at all of our other videos. Put a
Yeah. Sorry, this was a late one, bro. But tak also
yes. See ya.
penis.
Check out what is Rockey's thing now.
What is your fucking name? Because I got told it's Christ.
You
This
know
guy
what?
said it's
Play
something
one of
else.
his songs, okay?
Yeah.
Outro now. Boom.
Switch place, cocaine, I don't know a thing about it. Getting rowdy, setting fire to the